Women's psychology in a modern world. Why are women often told to be nurturing, passive, and self-sacrificing? And how does this impact their mental health and life choices? Today, we'd be diving into the psychology behind what it means to be a woman in today's world, and why challenging conventional expectations might be the key to a more authentic, fulfilling life. From a young age, girls are often taught to be empathetic, cooperative, and nurturing, characteristics that are seen as feminine. While these traits can be positive, the constant emphasis on them can lead to a sense of inadequacy or a lack of self-identity. Women are socialized to be everything for everyone: good daughters, loving mothers, loyal partners, and perfect employees. But who are they really outside of these roles? Explore how these gendered expectations, often passed down through generations, shape women's sense of self-worth and mental health. Women may suppress their own desires, ambitions, or frustrations just to live up to the idealized image society has of them. Women are frequently expected to shoulder the emotional labor in relationships, workplaces, and even families. This means they are often the ones providing emotional support, doing the mental work of coordinating family events, managing relationships, and taking care of others. Psychological impact. This constant emotional labor can lead to burnout, anxiety, and a lack of personal fulfillment. Women often feel as though their worth is tied to their ability to care for others, making it hard to prioritize themselves without feeling guilty. Women are frequently taught to be selfless, but this comes at a cost. Sacrificing personal desires for the sake of others is often seen as virtuous, but it can lead to a form of emotional exhaustion. Over time, this can create resentment, depression, and even identity loss. When women are taught that their personal needs are secondary to others, they struggle to assert boundaries and express their desires. Psychological perspective. Talk about how psychological theories like Maslow's hierarchy of needs argue that for a person to thrive, they must first fulfill their own basic needs. Women who constantly prioritize others over themselves often find that they're never fully happy or fulfilled. Discuss how women's relationships with men, both familial and romantic, are often influenced by deeply ingrained gender roles. For example, women are often encouraged to value relationships with men for their validation or sense of self-worth. This can create an imbalance where women feel they must appease male expectations rather than develop their own identity. Psychological effect. Women may internalize feelings of inadequacy, seeing themselves as less than or always striving to be worthy of male approval. In relationships, this dynamic can breed resentment or unhealthy attachment as women place their emotional needs on the back burner in favor of trying to please their partners. Women as self-sufficient individuals. In modern psychology, we see a growing focus on empowering women to self-actualize, that is, to be independent, confident, and secure in their own worth without relying on others for validation. Empowering women to embrace their independence, pursue their passions, and make decisions for their own happiness is a key part of overcoming the psychological weight of traditional gender roles. Redefining relationships. Rather than seeing relationships, romantic or familial, as the core of a woman's identity, we should start focusing on the idea that women can thrive without constantly seeking validation from others. Discuss how a woman's ability to live a fulfilled life comes from within, and how embracing that inner confidence leads to stronger, healthier relationships. The psychology of women breaking free from conformity. Defying societal expectations. Dive into the psychological shifts that occur when women begin to challenge societal norms and follow their own paths. When women stop living for the approval of others and start choosing their own happiness, whether it's in their career, relationships, or lifestyle, they often experience a sense of liberation and empowerment. The confidence shift. As women break free from these expectations, they tap into their authentic selves. They stop apologizing for asserting their needs and stop feeling guilty for prioritizing their own well-being. This shift leads to healthier mental states, deeper relationships, and more fulfilled lives. The challenges of modern feminism, the conflict of ideals, touch on the ways modern feminism has challenged many of the psychological dynamics we've discussed. But even within feminism, there can be a disconnect between the empowerment of women and the deep-seated emotional labor they still carry. Personal struggles. While many women are reclaiming power through careers, social movements, and self-empowerment, there are still lingering societal pressures and psychological struggles. How do women navigate modern feminist ideals while still dealing with internalized societal expectations? It's a balancing act that many women struggle with,